another NIKKE video. As you can see, we've got the best waifu D, the D killer wife as the lobby screen. And I'm going to show you in this video how to get both buffs from the burst to work regardless of what weapon user you are for your main DPS, right? We tested this on stream and we did polls on stream as well, and luckily within 100 polls we've got this top tier lobby screen. So let's take you guys to the arc and we'll go into the boss fight, and we can use Moderna to test. And I honestly think with how D is at the current moment, she is going to be the premier, definitely the premier burst one, replacing volume in your first top three Union raid teams, and of course gonna see it play in the solo raid. Now, looking at her skill kit, you can check out my previous video and I'll also release a more detailed guide. But looking at the skill kit, the two things that stands out the most is going to be cooldown reduction, and it does happen every single burst rotation. We've tested this out because it's 8 full charge attacks, which takes 1 second to charge each time, and then the burst skill cooldown is like -7 seconds or something. So it will happen every cycle. And then to kill the target. So this is the key component of this video and how you can trigger this buff every single time. So before, when we saw the unit, we're like, you know, if she gives the damage increase attacking cores, and if she gives the attack, that's pretty good. But it sounds like, you know, unless you're a piercing sniper or rocket launcher that managed to hit both things, you're not going to get the benefits of both. But she actually can, and that just makes her even better. So the skill says if you hit a part or core, it'll give you corresponding if you hit a part or the body, it'll give you corresponding buffs. So let's take it into the Moderna mock battle and I'll show you how this works. And my current recommendation is 100%. This is a unit that you must pull one copy at the very minimum. Max limit break is worth it because the lobby screen alongside the caster's attack buff scales off of D, so the bond level is going to matter. But with the half anniversary coming, the 1.5 anniversary, just wishlist her or luck sector offer of mold if you are really short, and definitely do not use golden tickets because I suspect a pilgrim is coming. So right off the bat, this is the team we're going to go for, and let's just go through everything. Okay, so first, when you see these bursts, pay attention to Moderna because the burst actually labels the body parts. So here we go, you see the red circles, they are the parts that the enemy has. And now we have started fire. You can see Red Hood actually has both buffs applied, which is the core damage boost on top of the attack damage boost, which is really good. Look how many buffs Red Hood has. So this is already extremely insane. And if you take a look at Moderna also has kill the target and then the other kill the target. So Moderna has both buffs applied as well. So how does this happen? We'll go back and restart and I'll explain why. So when you're fighting an enemy, the red circles are the parts. So every time you hit those parts, they count as triggering off of the one of the buffs, right? However, to get the other buff, if you're a piercing sniper, you pierce through the part and what you hit technically counts as a body part. So it counts as a body. So Red Hood will get that, but however, if you look at Moderna at its current moment, she has to kill the target at 10 seconds, but she doesn't have the other one, okay? But what's going to happen is the enemy Moderna is going to move, and Moderna's SMG or machine gun, not SMG, is going to strafe a tiny bit, and it's going to, as soon as it strafes, it's going to hit a non-part, which is a body, and see, you get now the other part as well. So we have both kill the target, the core damage buff at 7 seconds, at 9 seconds or 8 seconds now the attack buff. So if you're an AR user or MG or SMG user, this is going to be important to know, because if you're against an enemy where you're not strafing yourself, what you can do is on manual control just slightly aim elsewhere. Alright, so again, we'll use Moderna as an example. You can control your SMG or AR user, and then we'll wait for the burst for the reticle to show up, and it's here. We just aim one part of the body for a millisecond, and then Moderna should get kill the target here and then kill the target, so you get both buffs at the same time. But of course, with someone like Red Hood, she is going to be able to pierce and get both buffs right away. So this is how you can make sure that you gain both buffs from D, and it's quite cool because usually, you know, when a new character gets released, we obviously see it as the sniper buff, and we're like, okay, you know what, the burst animation is really good, but it seems like the buff only applies either or, so it's not for everyone, and only the snipers would benefit. But it turns out that even SMG, MG, AR users will be able to get the attack buff because parts and bodies, most bosses should have them, and then you can strafe and you can use your manual control, and then that way you'll be able to trigger both buffs, which is the DI increase against cores and then also the body. Now again, like I've said, I'll release a detailed guide on the build, what overloads, and what team we're gonna be looking at. But honestly, first testing, she is so damn good, and it looks like Tia Naga into your or the killer wife seems to be really good. And then the other two piercing snipers we have, but like I've said in the previous parts of the stream, I kind of don't want to split Alice and Scarlet Black, right? So I definitely don't want to split these two pairs, so it might just be Red Hood plus someone else. We'll have to see. Anyhow, definitely a pull-worthy unit, like I've said. And one more reason you need to pull for her, which I've left at the end of this video, and I think chat and everyone will agree, and it's not the humongous boobas that you'll see and the beautiful lobby screen, but rather this. Now, post sniper buff, right? Post sniper buff, we have the option to turn off blur when the sniper is attacking, and what you're able to see is then this, the glorious acid. Oh my god. Can you imagine if she was an SMG user? The amount of JPS. Anyhow, it's TimaeuSS here. I think I've given you enough reasons to grab a 1 copy of D Waifu Killer, or just simply wishlist her. But yes, if you do get a copy of Luxacker, make sure that you are aware of how to trigger her buffs, both of them, regardless of the weapon type you're using, and that even on auto, it will most likely trigger as well. So anyhow, it's TimaeuSS here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye now.